Hi everyone, it's Miss Richardson here, and I hope you had a really good holidays and that you're all ready to start our new topic. And we're going to start our English with session 1. So let's have a little look at what we're doing today. So today it says, what does each section of the picture tell us? You're going to have a picture to look at in a minute. I want you to have a look what's happening and what do you think this picture is of and why. We're going to use some of our senses to look at this picture and describe what's happening. First of all, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about what are your 5 senses. Go. Did you get them all? So we have got the sense of sight, so you can see things. We've got the sense of hearing, so we can listen to things. We've got the sense of smell, so we can smell things. And we've got the sense of touch, so you can feel things. And the last one is the sense of taste, so you can taste things. Okay, now when I'm showing you this picture in a minute, I want you to use your 5 senses to describe what you think is happening. You can use your sense of sight to tell your grown-ups what you can see happening, but you might also want to use your imagination so you can think about what you might have heard, what you might have smelt. How would you feel? You can talk about how you would feel inside, but you can also tell your grown-ups about how you would feel, what things would touch. If you touch something, what would it feel like? Okay, so here's our picture, and well, we haven't got a picture there yet. I'm going to reveal the picture in just a second. Hopefully you've got a piece of paper ready, and I want you to write down some ideas of what you can see, what you might have been able to hear, what you can smell, or what you might have felt. Okay, so the first one is, I think we're going to take away the yellow square first of all. Okay, what do you think is happening in this picture? Have a good look at it. You might want to pause the video here so you can write down some ideas. Okay, have a look at, let's look at what's behind the red one. Oh, it's looking interesting. It's very dark. Seems to be a lot of stuff up in the sky at the moment. I don't know what that might be. Okay, again, if you want to pause it so you can write down some ideas, do so. What would you be able to see, hear, and smell? Let's reveal another one. Let's reveal what's behind the green one. Oh, now that's a little bit terrifying, actually. It doesn't look like it's a very great place to be at the moment. I don't think I'd like to be there. Looks like I can see some orange yellow flames coming up. It's definitely looking like some buildings. Let's have a look what's behind the blue one. Remember, you can pause this at any time so you can write down your ideas. Seems to be lots of people on at the bottom of that painting there. I'm pretty sure it's a painting. So what would you be able to see, hear, smell? If you were there, what would it be like? Don't forget to pause it if you want to. No, I don't think that one revealed very much. Let's have a look behind that last one. Okay, so what would you be able to see, hear, smell, and feel? I wonder if you can tell your grown-up, what do you think this painting is all about? About a time in history. I wonder if anybody knows what it's about. Okay, it is the Great Fire of London, and that's what we're going to be learning about in school and at home. We're going to be learning about the Great Fire of London. So here we've got a little bit of an overview as to what actually happened. We can say on Sunday the 2nd of September 1666, a fire began in a bakery on Pudding Lane in London. The baker had forgotten to put out the fire he'd used to bake his bread. Did you know in 1666 the buildings in London were all made of wood and built very close together, which meant the fire could spread easily? The fire soon started to spread to other buildings. There were no firefighters in 1666, so people had to try and put the fire out themselves using leather buckets and water from the River Thames. This didn't work very well, and soon people began to run from the fire, taking their families and belongings onto boats on the river. The fire carried on spreading on Monday and Tuesday. Luckily, on Wednesday, the wind had stopped and the people were able to fight the fire with water by pulling the buildings down in the path of the fire so they wouldn't catch light. The fire destroyed large parts of London, which had to be rebuilt. The new buildings were made out of bricks. Okay, so very quickly, we're going to recap what is adjective. I would hope everybody knows what an adjective is now. So I'm hoping you're all going to tell your grown-ups very quickly what is an adjective. And I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think about what is an adjective. Go. Okay, hopefully you got it all right. An adjective is a word which describes something. Oh, I put an extra P in there. I think I'll take that P out. So it's something. Okay, an adjective is a word that describes something. What adjectives can you think of to describe this picture? Okay, we're going to have a little look. So we can use adjectives to describe things that we can see, e.g. red flames and an orange reflection. We can describe things that we can hear, e.g. roaring flames or crackling wood. We can describe things that we can smell. So we might be able to smell the smoky air, the stinky soot. Now, I know we weren't there and we can't always describe what we can hear and smell, so you might have to use your imagination to do that. I want you to have a go at thought sharing some adjectives and noun phrases to describe the scene in the picture. So if we look at the scene in the picture, I can see lots of orange flames. Ooh, I might use a darker colour actually than that, so I can say orange flames. Now that's a noun phrase, isn't it? Because we've got the object and the adjective. Here is the adjective, and here is the object. Okay, so we've used a noun phrase to start with. I can see thick black smoke. So thick black smoke. I can also see burning buildings. So I'm going to put burning buildings. I'm not sure though that either of those is an adjective. What do you think? Do you think I've used an adjective in that phrase here? No, I don't think so either. I can also see, I wonder what you'd smell. I think the smell of the smoke, you'd smell that smoke. I wonder what I could use to describe that. I could say, oh, I know, I'm going to use stinky smoke. Now, I wonder while I'm writing this, can anybody remember what it's called when you've got two sounds together that start words? If I've got a sentence there, one sound that starts two words when they're next to each other. I wonder if anybody can remember what it's called. Might give you a bit of a clue. It's called alliteration. Well done, those of you who got it. Okay, so today's task is you're going to have a picture like this, and I want you to describe, thoughts to shower, lots of adjectives and noun phrases to describe the scene. The more adjectives and noun phrases that you can come up with now, the easier your work will be later in the week. So if you do all your thinking now, it'll make it a little bit easier when it comes to doing your writing. Okay, so to be able to use adventurous vocabulary today, look at the picture, choose a noun, think of an adjective to go with it. Write it on your thought shower. Have fun, everybody.